try not to call in past 4 o'clock. We're all human and we want to go home. If you've been struggling to dispute your personal information from your credit report in order to actually start disputing those negative accounts, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 methods for you to get that done in no time. And one of the very first things that I have my clients do is actually update their personal information before they start disputing. Those data points can be used in the process of the credit bureau's investigation when determining whether or not the accounts on your credit report are actually yours. While it is important for a credit bureau to perform what is a reasonable investigation, having your personal information does make it so that it is reasonable enough to assume that that negative charged off Capital One credit card account that's reporting, or even that collection from a random debt buyer like LVNV actually belongs to you. That shouldn't be the only part of their investigation, but it is something that they can include because the data is right there, likely being furnished by a creditor. The first method that I'm going to show you is actually disputing this information online by creating a free account with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You want to do it this way is because it honestly is the easiest and the fastest. But I am going to show you a few tips and give you some tricks that you can use to ensure that you actually get this personal information removed. Unlike TransUnion and Equifax, Experian does make it a lot difficult for you to dispute variations of your name that is being reported, and oftentimes requiring that you actually pick up the phone and call in to actually dispute those data points with a customer service rep for Experian. If you're someone who's doing DIY credit repair, you're going to have to do a little bit of work, and this is just a part of the little bit of work that you're going to have to do. However, TransUnion and Equifax tend to make it a little bit easier because they will allow you to dispute your name. But what you don't want to do is try and dispute too many data points at one time. They do not like that. It looks a little sketchy and they will flag you. One of the tricks that I used when I had to clean up my own personal information with TransUnion and Equifax, because I am married, so there were variations of my name that just wasn't correct, and also my husband's telephone number that showed up on my credit report. When I tried to dispute everything at once, it told me that I couldn't, it was flagged, they need to look into it, whatever they do to stall you. So I waited 1 to 2 days and I gave it another try, and I was able to get those data points off of my credit report like it was nothing. I would recommend you only try to dispute 2 to 3 data points at a time, let it process through before going back in and disputing the rest. Whenever you're disputing online, they don't give you a lot of options to choose from. So most of the options are going to say, I never lived there if you're trying to dispute addresses, or it's going to be something like not my name if you're disputing a name. You want to actually look at the way that your name is being reported and then what your legal name is. The same thing goes for an address. What is your actual physical address, and how is the data furnisher providing that information? For example, I have a first, middle, and last name. I also have a maiden name, and I've legally changed my name, so I also have a married name. If you're someone who still has your legal married name, it is okay to see that you have your maiden name displayed on your credit report as what is known as an alias. You don't really need to dispute that. But if your name is only showing up as your first and last, or maybe the initial is only there for the middle name, or maybe they got the wrong initial, which actually happened to me, you want to dispute on the basis of maximum accuracy. Even though this information was provided by a data furnisher, because maybe when you filled out the application, they didn't have a slot for a middle name, they didn't ask for one, require one, or you just didn't put it in there, or maybe it just asked for your initial and that's all they've got for you. That's on them. But when it comes to the credit bureaus, they're responsible for ensuring that the information that they are reporting and providing to other lenders who might be pulling on our credit to approve us for various trade lines or transactions, that information is 100% accurate. Now, say for example, the online method doesn't work for you. That's when I would take the next approach of just calling in, because that's going to be even faster. You are calling in. Try not to call in past 4 o'clock. We're all human and we want to go home. And nobody wants to be arguing with someone over the fact that their name, address, or phone number is on there and the representative saying it's right and you're saying it's wrong. It's only going to make you and them frustrated. So whenever you call in, you do want to be very nice. Now, a tip that I'm going to give you is if you can call in while you're at your computer and you're logged into your free credit bureau account, and you're able to see your credit report that they have in real time, sometimes they'll be able to direct you to various parts of the website that might reveal additional information, like reporting numbers that are associated with those data points, because they really can't see everything on their end depending on their own level of access. And this is especially true with Experian. So I do want to show you on screen where you can go to find any of those reporting numbers to those data points, and you can provide them to the representative, because 9 times out of 10, you've probably been told that the information is being reported by a data furnisher, but they don't know which data furnisher. This will just help them guide them to who exactly is reporting this, because the biggest tip of all, and probably the most obvious, is that the information is there because of a creditor, a data furnisher that pulled your report at one time because you gave them permissible purpose. When you were trying to get approved for a credit card, maybe you took a loan, got an auto loan, school debt, whatever. All the information in the personal information section is likely just duplicated from whatever you gave them, and now they're reporting on it so they can continue to report that account. So if you've had a credit card that you didn't update your personal information on, you might want to go back and make sure that your personal information is indeed updated, so that way you can go back to the data furnisher and have that information corrected. Now, the final method is going to be for you to dispute, and I'll put a sample dispute letter that you can use, and you can send it via mail, or you can even send it through the CFPB, disputing the personal information. You want to do this probably through the CFPB as of now, which is April 1st. They should still be open, because that is going to be the fastest way. Because just like with any dispute, they have 30 days to do an investigation and then get back to you with their findings. Nobody wants to wait that long, because we got stuff to do and we got credit to improve. If you like credit building or credit repair tips, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments section. And if you have any ideas for the next video that you want me to post, you can leave it in the comments as well.